Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday, the 3rd of May 2021. Welcome. If you are a newcomer to Sudoku, as I suspect there will be many today, because I'm looking at the grid as I've printed it. I haven't played it before, but I can see that it's going to be a really easy one. There are lots and lots of numbers given, and they're widely spaced, so I suspect this is going to be a really easy one and perfect for those who have never played before or just have played a bare minimum and want to get into the game a bit further. So we'll be dealing with the Sudoku in just a second. Hold on a second, because on this channel I like to talk about sane issues that involve sanity, rationality, and politics and philosophy and all kinds of things that are in the news. And in the news, I see that in South Africa they are going to clamp down on captive lion breeding. And you may be wondering, why on earth do they breed lions in captivity? And there are a couple of unfortunate reasons. One is for cub petting. Well, I mean, I love cats, and lions are incredibly beautiful creatures, but I don't think we should be breeding them to pet them. And the second reason is even more nefarious, for hunting. Uh, Lions bred in captivity, released for hunting, and this has been defended by local authorities as being, good for jobs. Well, I mean, there are some jobs that are just not worth having. It really is beyond my understanding of how people could want to just kill animals for fun. I mean, not even for food or anything like that, but simply because they enjoy the bloodlust. It's a disgusting thing, to be honest with you. Very irrational, and it seems to be a kind of would seem to me to be some kind of sign of psychopathy. Anyway, we do not support hunting of animals for fun, possibly for food, but never for fun. Okay, so on to today's Sudoku puzzle, and it is given as easy. It's a Guardian Sudoku puzzle. So I'm going to explain all about Sudoku right now for those of you who have never played the game before. So what do you see in front of you? A large grid of 9 by 9 squares. And these squares have been further divided into sections, these boxes here, blocks. Okay. And the object of the game is to fit a digit into each of the boxes, and since there are 9, that means the numbers 1 to 9 must fit one time in each box, square or cell. We use the terminology square or cell. In each row, each column, and each of these blocks or segments or boxes or whatever you want to call them. Okay, so that's the object of the game. Is it fun? Yes, it is. It's quite satisfying when you manage to complete the puzzle. How do we find the numbers? Well, usually first of all, please remember, don't guess. It's not a guessing game. Some people who've never played before might think that we just kind of guess the numbers, or we try them out and see what works. No, this is a game of logic. And so we play by doing something like this. We see that there's a 1 here. Actually, that's a lonely number in this row. That's the only number in this row. But one thing we do know is that 1 can't appear again in this row, because it's already here, right? 1 also can't appear again in this box up here. Right? Each number can appear only once in a row, in a column, or in a box. And so, since we have this 1 here like this, and it can't appear again, well, then clearly it can't appear in this square, or this square, if we consider this segment here. And this 1, similarly, is the only one allowed in this row, so that square cannot be a 1 either. Okay, so in this box here, we know now that 1 can't be in this square, or this square, which would leave just 2 places. But look, there's also a 1 in this column, meaning that the 1 can't come here, so that means we have to place a 1 here, because that's the only place it can go. And it's this kind of logic that we use to play the game. So again, look, it's very similar here. Look at this 3 coming up this column, right, and blocking these 2 squares, because 3 in this column already. There's a 3 in this column already, so nothing else can be a 3 in this column. So no 3 here, no 3 here, no 3 here. This 3 in this row blocks this square from being a 3, and so the 3 will have to appear here. Are you getting the logic now? Getting the idea? Hope so. Alright, same kind of thing down here. We see a 9 blocking along here, so there's no 9 here or here. This 9 blocking along here, no 9 here or here. And there's a 9 coming down this column, meaning no 9 here. So blocked, blocked, and blocked. And that will give us a 9 up here. Now we can use the number that we've just written in, this 9 that we've just put in here, to go up, and now blocking these two squares here. This 9 blocking these two squares here, and this 9 blocking this square here. So a 9 has to appear there because that's the last available position in that segment. The 6 now blocking along this row here means no 6 available here or here. The 6 in this column means no 6 allowed in these two squares. So there's only one place left for a 6 to go. It has to go down there. Okay, are you following this? Hopefully you are. So what we do generally is look for the easiest numbers first. I mean, again, look, there's this 9 here blocking this column here, and that leaves only one square left, so a 9 has to appear here, right? The 9 here blocks along this row, these two squares. This 9 blocks along right along here, so these 3 squares are not allowed to be a 9. This 9 blocks this square, so 9 just comes here. Okay, so let's see if you're getting the hang of this. So look in this section here and have a look for 3. See where you think the 3 can go. It's your first time playing. Even if it's your first time playing, it shouldn't take you very long to discover. Got it? Right, so the 3 from here comes down and blocks these 3 squares here. This 3 blocks this square, and this 3 blocks this square. So the 3 is going to have to go in there, isn't it? Okay, now something slightly different. Okay. Now we know, right, we need each of the numbers 1 to 9 in this column. So let's see what we're missing. We're missing, do we have a 1? No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have a 7? No. Do we have an 8? No. So the missing numbers are 1, 7, and 8. But look here, this 7 is in this box, right? So that means that 7 can't appear here or here. Actually, we have intersecting 7s here and here. If you want to look at it like that, it's another way of looking at it. But I was wanting to focus on the fact that we've got a 7 in this box, meaning that can't be 7, that can't be 7. And so there's only one square left now. It can be a 7, so that must be it here. Now these two numbers are 1 and 8, but we don't quite know which is which just yet. We only know that it's 1 or 8 in those two squares, but at the moment we can't quite identify it. Or can we? In fact, we can, because, okay, let's look at this row along the bottom now, and let's see, do we have a 1 yet in this bottom row? Answer, no. But let's look carefully, and this is where it can get tricky and more fun, is that we have a 1 down here, meaning 1 can't appear in this square. This we know could be 1 or 8, we're not sure yet. We have a 1 here blocking this square, and this one that we wrote in earlier actually blocks this square. So here we're blocking this, here we're blocking this, here we're blocking this, and so there is only 1 square left in this row now. So that has to be a 1, and there's only 1 number missing from this column, and that's an 8, so we can fill that in. Okay. Right, now this 8 blocks up this column here, so that can't be 8. This 8 blocks here, so that's got to be an 8 just there. We have 2 numbers missing in this segment here. They are 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3 we have, 4 we don't have, 6, 7, 8, 9, so 4 and 5 are missing. But look here, this 4 blocks that from being a 4, So 4's got to come here like this, and 5's got to come here like that. Where should we look next? Well, look up here. You see there's only one number missing. So if there's only one number missing, we can definitely find it. All we do is count through and see the missing number. 1, do we have 2? No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's got to be a 2. Okay, hope you're getting the hang of this. Right, let's try and find a 9 in this segment here. Look carefully. Look for intersecting 9s. Got it? This 9 here blocks this square. This 9 blocks these two squares. Nothing blocking this square here, of course. So that has to be a 9 there. Okay, let's continue on. This column here has 2 numbers missing. It's a good idea to count through and see what the 2 numbers are. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5. We don't have 6, but we have 7, 8, 9. So 5 and 6 are the missing numbers in this column. And hey, guess what? Look, very close by, easy to see, we have a 6 blocking this cell here. So that's got to be 6 and that's got to be 5. It's binary, right? It's either or. This 8 blocks this square here, this 8 blocks this square here. So in this segment here, 8 blocking, 8 blocking, that has to be an 8 there. In case you're thinking, hey, this is going to be kind of the same all the way through, so maybe something else here. Let's see. This column here is lacking a 2. We don't have a 2 yet. But look, we do have a 2 in this segment here, right? So this 2 means that that can't be a 2 because a 2 can only appear one time in a block. So that's not a 2. Here we have an intersecting 2 here, and so 2 has to be placed in that square there. It's the only possibility. The missing numbers now in this column are in fact 4 and 8, I believe. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3. We don't have 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have 8. So 4 and 8 are missing, and guess what? Look, there's an 8 here. So again, in this box here, 8 can't appear again. So that can't be 8 down there, can it? 8 there, can it? So 8 has to be down in this bottom here. And the last number we said was 4, so we can fill that in now. Okay, let's I'm just looking down here to see if there's anything obvious, and I can't see anything obvious. So the thing to do then is to shift your focus to somewhere else. Don't get stuck in a particular location thinking, oh, I must be able to find these, must be able to find these. If nothing is really immediate or obvious, then actually look somewhere else is probably a good idea. Okay, let's see this 8 blocking down here. We're going to target this segment down here, and we're looking at the number 8. So 8 blocks down here, 8 blocks down here, and 8 blocks across here. So only one cell left where it can go. It's got to go there. This 6 blocks right across this row here, and that leaves only one square, which is there. Okay, what else? This 1 blocks across this row, and this 1 blocks down this column, leaving us with a 1 in this location here. And now we've done that, we can bring this 1 down here and this 1 down here, and we know that a 1 can fit in there. The missing numbers here now are 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3. We don't have 4. We don't have 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got. But look, here we've got an intersecting 4, so 4 must go in that square, and 5 must go in that square. Now where should we look? If you notice, there are 2 rows, this row and this row, that only have 1 number missing, so we can look in either of those to find the answer. Let's try this one. 1, 2, no 3, so that's got to be a 3. And this one, 1, 2, 3, no 4 yet, so that's got to be a 4. And now we only have 1 number missing in this box here, so we can count through. Do we have a 1? No, we do now. The 2 numbers missing here are 2 and 3. We have 1, we don't have 2 or 3. There's an intersecting 3 here, so the 3 has got to go here, and the 2 has got to go here. So guess what? Look, this whole lower region here, which we call a chute, has already been completed. So that's good news. We're at least 33% of the way. In fact, we've done much more than that. Of course, we're probably halfway through at least. And what comes next? Well, this 4 blocks this column here, this 4 blocks this square, and so 4 will have to appear here. And now that we've done that, we can bring this 4 across, which blocks that square from being a 4. That's a 4. There's only 1 number left. We have a 1. We don't yet have a 2. We do now. Okay, let's see what's missing from here. 1, 2 is missing, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 and 6 are the missing numbers in this particular column. We have an intersecting 6, so 6 has got to go there, and 2 has got to go there. Excuse the traffic noise. It is Bank Holiday Monday, but some people have to get out and do stuff. 2 across here, blocking these 2 squares. 2 blocks this square, so that has to be a 2 up there. That 2 that we've just written in blocks this square. This 2 blocks that square. We have a 2 blocking here, and so 2 will come here. You can see it's actually becoming really easy at the end here because there are few options left. At the beginning it seems quite wide open because we don't really know or understand the grid very well, but you know, a little bit of working around and you'll see that it becomes familiar. Okay, what's missing from here? Look, there's 1 number missing from this row here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No 7, so that's what it is. Okay. There are 2 numbers missing from here. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is missing. Okay, 1 and 5. Can we decide which is which? Yes, we can, because we have a 1 in this box already, so that can't be a 1, can it? So 1 has got to appear here, and 5 has got to appear here. And now we put that 5 in. 5 blocks this square, this 5 blocks this square, so 5 goes up here like so. Here the missing numbers are 5 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, no 5, 6, no 7, 8, 9 we have. So the 5 blocks this square, that's a 5, that's a 7. Almost there. Now look, you can see 1 number missing here, 1 number missing here, 1 number missing here. We're going to get this very, very quickly now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have a 6. Let's fill it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's fill that in. 7 blocking this square goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes there. And the last number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we don't have yet, goes there. So that could be your first ever Sudoku puzzle. I hope you enjoyed it. Believe me, it's a really satisfying game. You're seeing it at its easiest and most basic level, but it becomes incredibly challenging, really mind-blowingly difficult at some levels. And the more you play, the more fun it becomes. So please subscribe to this channel. Come back and learn some more about Sudoku from this channel, from other channels. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Oh, remember, don't kill wild animals for fun.